Hi everyone. This video will be a little bit different than usual. I want to take some time to kind of talk about the future of this channel, why I stopped making YouTube videos, and also maybe answer some questions about my video style and myself and stuff like that. I understand if that's not really your thing, or if you came here hoping for another Hollow Knight video. Unfortunately, this is not that. Um, I just want to address some things I kind of left unaddressed in the past. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it anyway. So I guess I'll start talking about why I stopped making YouTube videos. Um, so I think the last time I uploaded a video was like 2 years ago. It's definitely been a long time. Oh, just a year ago. Um, So I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about that. Um, so I have many reasons why I stopped making YouTube videos. So I'll kind of just go briefly talk about all of them. So the main, I guess the biggest reason is I just had a lot of burnout from Hollow Knight, specifically. Um, I've played the game for 2 to 3 years, almost every single day, which is a long time to be playing a game that doesn't, I mean, it has replay value, but not like in the sense that like Fortnite or Overwatch has replay value. So um, I spent a lot of time with this game. I kind of knew it in and out. I didn't, I, it was hard for me to kind of get the motivation to pick it up again and kind of sit down and think of a video idea. And eventually I just like, oh, well, I'll pick it up again in the future. And I just never did, unfortunately. Um, so yeah, that was like the main reason. Um, but also like some Hollow Knight viewers might have noticed that Hollow Knight content is kind of on a downfall in general. Um, like if you look at like Fireborn's channel, for example, he hasn't uploaded Hollow Knight. He doesn't upload Hollow Knight videos as frequently anymore. He still does, but not as frequently. And I think a lot of Hollow Knight channels have kind of started to move on to other games and other things, and that makes sense. I mean, Hollow Knight is an old game at this point. 2017. That's what, like 6, 7 years ago. Um, it's starting to. It's getting old. I think main people have kind of done everything that there is to do in the game, and yeah, I think that also the viewers are starting to care less about it. Everyone is kind of in anticipation for Silksong, and so yeah, it's definitely on a downfall. The next reason is that um, the videos were getting a little bit too long and time consuming for just myself to be constantly working on. Um, I would spend up to 48 hours just editing a video, like not even like 48 hours of straight editing. It was getting a little bit bad, and it was not very healthy for me mentally or physically. I was getting like back problems and cramps in my hands, and it wasn't very good. Um, Not to mention all the planning I had to do to make a video. Like I had to come up with a video idea. I had to lab out all the skips to make sure that was possible. I had to actually go in and record all the skips, which also takes a very long time. Um, I had to discuss with my friends and people online whether something was even like feasibly possible, or iron out some kinks that might be preventing the run from happening. Like, for example, in one of my latest videos, the one where I tried to get as much completion as possible without any abilities, just planning out that run took probably 2 or 3 months. It took a very long time, and when I had the original idea for vid video, I had a bunch of things that I wanted to do, but I wasn't even sure if they were feasible. I had to go around, I had to test out a bunch of ideas for skips, I had to talk with people, other people helped me find skips, other people helped me plan out the route, what charms we needed, everything like that. and then I had to actually go out and write out a whole route and then go in and record it and record all the skips. Some of those skips took a very long time, like the Fog Canyon one took me about 5 hours to actually get of just straight attempts. Um, so it's very time consuming, and with the way that YouTube works, where it kind of expects you to pump out videos as fast as you can and try and, yeah, pump out videos as fast as you can. Um, and so it prefers quantity over quality, which is not really how I work. I prefer making one longer video than than uploading bad short videos every day or something like that. So there that does mean that there's long gaps between the videos that I did upload, but I hope that also meant that the videos are better quality, and that was really what I was going for. So I kind of mentioned this already, but the YouTube ecosystem is very stressful to work with. Um, as I said, the analytics try to get you to upload as frequently as possible, which just doesn't work for me. But the sense of guilt and dread you get when you don't upload, like you see the numbers going down, you see comments asking where you've been, you see, yeah, it's just very stressful. You feel this constant pressure to be working on a video, otherwise your channel is gonna like flop and die, and that's very stressful to constantly have to be thinking about. Um, So at one point that kind of just got too much for me, and I had to take a long break, and I don't think I ever really fully recovered. So my last reason is a bit more personal, and I'll try to explain it the best I can without it overwhelming this video. Um, so when my YouTube channel was getting more popular, I wasn't really doing too well with real life stuff. While I had like I guess my kind of success online, it was not the same story for real life me. My grades were very bad. I had depression and anxiety. I was confused about myself and my gender. Prospect of not getting into university or college was a very real one, and it scared me a lot. Um, in the last year that I haven't uploaded, I've tried as much as possible to get around to fixing these problems. Biggest one of the bunch, for anyone that doesn't know by now, is that I'm transgender. Surprise! Instead of taking the time to process this part of me like I should have, I used YouTube as an escape hatch to not have to think about it and let it bother me. In retrospect, I think it's safe to say this was not a smart move and was not healthy for me in the slightest. Without getting too personal, I started taking the necessary steps to finally overcome this problem of mine, and I feel much happier than ever. So next up, I kind of want to talk about the future of my channel. Um, so as I've mentioned already, I have burnout from Hollow Knight and actually gaming in general. I haven't really seriously played a game in a long time. I have other things I'm interested in now, and unfortunately gaming just isn't like that. So I, I don't I don't see myself making any gaming videos in the future, which I know is going to be sad to hear for some people. Um, but I can't force myself to make videos for something that I'm not super into. And when I was super into Hollow Knight, I was making those videos, constantly coming up with new ideas, and I think I made somewhat of a lasting impact on the Hollow Knight community, or at least I hope. Um, but it's just not like that anymore. I can't force myself to make a video about something that doesn't interest me. Um, so I won't return. If I ever return to making YouTube videos again, um, it won't be about Hollow Knight. It probably won't be about any other game either. Um, Maybe some different topics that interest me, but I don't really know because I've kind of established that this channel is a Hollow Knight slash gaming channel, and I think that me uploading different types of videos would, not perform very well, and then I wouldn't get the motivation to really work on them. So I don't know. It's a tough position I'm in. I I want to make videos, but not on topics that my channel is known for making, I guess. That's kind of problem I'm facing at the moment. I'm not quite sure yet how I'm gonna resolve that. Maybe I'll make a new channel. Maybe I will return to making gaming videos. I'm not sure. It's still up in the air at the moment. So the next thing I want to do is kind of answer some questions or some common questions I get about my videos and stuff I do in my videos. Because I get them very often, and it would be nice to no longer get comments about them all the time. So the first one I see very often is people asking me why I use subtitles instead of just talking over, doing like a voiceover or something like that. And well, the reason I've tried answering it in the past, but the reason is a little bit more complicated than how I explained it in the past. So the reasoning is that, well, there's multiple reasons, but the main one is that I used to be very uncomfortable with my voice. Not in the sense of, oh, you listen back to it and you cringe a little bit, but like it physically hurt to like listen back to it. It made me very, very uncomfortable. And editing a video like that and putting that out in the internet for all to see was not something I was very comfortable with. I tried it a couple times. I had that one video with Lumos where we played Celeste together, which, you know, it was okay, I guess. And then on I've done collaborations on other YouTube channels where I used my voice, but it always felt a little bit awkward and weird, and it made me uncomfortable. So that's the main reason. The other reason was I felt like I could get my points across better if I used subtitles. I often like stutter over my words. I'm not really sure what to say. I feel like the stress of having to say something but not knowing what to say, and having subtitles where I could plan out my words exactly and make sure I get my point across as detailed as possible was really helpful for me, I think. The next question I get very often is in my soft lock videos where people ask why I call it a soft lock and not a hard lock. So I'll be honest, this is like an accidental oopsie, I guess. When I made my first soft lock video, I called it a soft lock throughout the video and in the title, and when I've seen other people make similar videos for other channels, they also called it a soft lock, so I kind of just assumed that was the correct word for it. I was later corrected in the comment section by a lot of people telling me that it's actually a hard lock and not a soft lock, so oopsie, I didn't know, sorry. But then I was kind of too far down the whole soft lock thing to to kind of go back and change it. So that's why I still call them soft locks, I'll be honest. It's just what I'm used to calling them, and I guess it's not like the correct terminology, but oh well. The last question, I guess it's not really a question, but people often give me praise for being good at Hollow Knight or any other game I'm playing. So I kind of just wanted to talk about that a bit. A lot of what you see in my videos is not very indicative of my skill at the game. When I make my videos, it's not about me showing the world how good I am at whatever video game. That wasn't really ever my goal. In those challenge runs over soft locks, the main thing was I wanted to show that these runs existed and the planning and effort that went into these runs. It was never about me being skilled enough to pull them off or whatever. I often used mods for save states and other things to make it easier. I sometimes would outsource skips to other people and then credit them in the description. Um, it wasn't just me, and it's not really about just me either. It's about this whole amazing community, which is the Hollow Knight skip community, I guess you could call it. And I kind of just wanted to bring more attention to that because it's something that I like a lot about the game, and I think that more people would like it as well. So I guess that kind of addresses that. I'm not like bad at the game, um, but I'm also maybe not as good as some people think I am. Um, I just have a lot of, I just had a lot of spare time, and I had a lot of, I guess, willingness to sink hours into a skip before I get it, using debug mod and save states, and just sit behind my computer for 5 to 10 hours attempting one skip over and over again. And I don't think that's really skill. I think that's more just determination or willingness to show off something cool. So I guess that's kind of my opinion on that.
So that's about all I have to say for this video. If you have any further questions about anything I talked about or mentioned in this video, or questions for me personally, you can leave a comment below and I'll do my best to answer it. So yeah, normally this is where people would tell you to subscribe, I guess, but seeing as I probably won't be uploading and I'm at exactly 6.9k subscribers, I think it'd be funnier if I kept this subscriber count. But perhaps I'll see you again in the future. Or maybe I won't, who knows. Bye!